2025 Toyota Camry. It is built on the TNGA-K platform and it's the second revision off that platform. The first revision on the 8th gen came out in 2018. Now the Camry really evolved when the TNGA-K platform came out and it became a much more fun to drive car. With that said, sales have dropped from as many as 450,000 units a year 20 years ago down to about 300,000 a year, as SUVs and crossovers have really taken over the market. So for those of you still interested in a sedan, let's take a look at what this offering has. Let's start under the hood. For the 9th generation Camry, it's all hybrid. You can either choose a front-wheel drive with 225 horsepower or an all-wheel drive with 232 horsepower. Now, I previously owned an 8th generation hybrid, front-wheel drive obviously, and I thought it was a great car. I put 27,000 miles on it. I averaged probably low 40s overall. Sometimes it's up to 50, and in the winter time, it might be low to mid 30s. The car we're driving today is an XSE all-wheel drive with a panoramic moonroof. Now, what I did notice, this car on the 19-inch wheels, it rode a lot rougher than my previous 8th generation on 18-inch wheels, and it didn't feel as light on its feet as I expected it to be, given the power increases over the previous 8th generation. Our test car has the 12.3-inch radio, which is standard on the XSE and optional on lower grades. I highly recommend, if you get an SE, step up to the 12.3-inch screen. I found it to be very user-friendly, quick, responsive, and bright. Below the radio, you have USBs, a wireless USB charger, and the gear selector. The interior of the 9th generation Camry is a huge step up from the 8th generation. There's a little bit of piano black plastics that can show fingerprints and dust easy. The center console is much more comfortable and larger. XSE also has the leather seats. They're very well done, very supportive, very comfortable, smells great in here. The roof of our XSE test car has a panoramic moonroof. In the rear seat of the 9th generation Camry, we now have standard HVAC vents and USB ports. Final thoughts on the 2025 Toyota Camry. The 9th generation Camry represents a significant upgrade over the 8th generation. The 12.3-inch digital dash and the optional 12.3-inch radio are both cutting edge and really competitive with all of its peers, if not a step above. The standard hybrid and optional all-wheel drive give you the opportunity to have a capable vehicle year-round that's still very efficient. After spending time with our all-wheel drive XSE Camry, I believe if I was purchasing one, I would look at the SE and upgrade the radio to the 12.3-inch. The step down to 18-inch wheels would provide a much better ride quality. So for the budget-conscious buyer who's looking for an efficient, reliable transportation, I recommend looking at the Camry. But if you're like most folks and you think a crossover might fit your needs better, I recommend taking a look at the hybrid RAV4. As always, thanks for watching, like and subscribe.